$63 million. That's how much money the Portland Trailblazers will pay Damian Lillard when he's 36 years old. Damian Lillard signed a 2-year, $121 million contract extension with the Blazers that starts in the 2025-26 season. This seems to signal that the Blazers will be sticking with Dame seemingly till the end of his career. Dame is now going into his 11th season as an NBA player and a Blazer, and although he's had some incredible moments, he doesn't have a championship, never mind a finals appearance to show for it. Of course this isn't all his fault, but for Lillard and the Blazers it starts to make you wonder, is this even all worth it? If you guys enjoy the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna have new basketball content coming every Monday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Time, so like and subscribe if you don't want to miss out on that. The Blazers have been a consistent playoff team almost exactly since Dame's arrival. Out of Dame's 10 seasons so far with the Blazers, they've only missed the playoffs 2 times, and that was firstly in his rookie year, and most recently this season where Dame didn't even play 30 games, and the Blazers had a slew of other injuries. But despite this, only one conference final to show for it out of 8 tries. This doesn't mean though that Dame was bad in the playoffs though. He's had some moments. Scratch that. He's had a lot of moments. Big moments. The Game 6 winner against the Rockets, which helped the Blazers win their first series in 14 years, his legendary 2019 OKC series, and a 50-point Game 5, capped by a 30-foot sidestep game winner, and his absurd Game 5 versus the Nuggets in 2021, where he hit 12 threes and multiple game-tying and saving shots, but it ultimately wasn't enough in that game, or in the series, as Dame's 34 a game were only good enough for a 6-game series loss. But Dame's also had some tough series as well, mainly against the Pels in 2018 where the Pels collectively decided to put him into a box, and also in his sole conference finals berth in 2019 versus the Warriors that was disappointing apart from his 28-point Game 4 loss. Overall though, his numbers in the playoffs really reflect his regular season numbers quite closely. It makes you wonder though, why would anything change with Dame and the Blazers? Why won't these next few years resemble what's been of his career so far? Some playoff success, but no chip. Why don't the two just move on? Well, let's see. The Blazers this offseason have made a real effort to offer Dame as much help as possible, and this roster may be as good as anyone the Blazers have built around him so far. The Blazers in the past have been all about offense, but now it seems they've figured out their problem was defense on the wings, and really anything on the wings in general. They've added another scoring threat in Jeremy Grant, which cost them almost nothing, and they added Josh Hart earlier in the season after trading CJ McCollum. These 2 guys are exactly what the Blazers needed. 2 guys who can stretch the floor moderately well on the wing and play elite defense. And Jeremy Grant also adds high-level wing scoring that Dame has never really had in his career before, apart from a short amount of time with Norman Powell. In the draft, they added Shaedon Sharpe on the wing, who has bags of scoring potential, and I heard he's also a much improved defender as well. Unfortunately, he hurt his shoulder in Summer League, but he should be back for the start of the season. They also picked up another huge defensive piece in Gary Payton II, fresh off a chip with the Warriors, who adds absolutely everything a contending team needs. And they happen to re-sign Anthony Simons, who is the future of the backcourt, who can play next to Dame and fill what was left by CJ. Yusuf Nurkic was also re-signed, which I'm not a huge fan of, but he's not horrible. If he can get healthy, it should prove to be a decent re-signing. Overall, this could be one of the strongest rosters that's been built around Dame so far, with a good mix of younger guys and older vets. But is this roster really enough to make any serious noise this season? I saw on Twitter a few days ago that Dame is yet to have any teammates who at the time were All-NBA, All-Defensive, DPOI, or All-Star at that time. That is crazy. Even though Dame's had good teammates and teams throughout the years like CJ, Melo, LaMarcus Aldridge, or Norman Powell, they just weren't the cream of the crop. And this roster around Dame is no different in that regard. But I think if all goes well, this team can really challenge for a title this year. They have depth, shooting, defense, young guys, old guys, and a young coach who seems to know the game in Chauncey Billups. I think how they do this year all depends on how the young guys provide and develop. Anthony needs to be all-star caliber if the Blazers want to take the bigger step, and he's got it all. He's more athletic and direct at the bucket than CJ was, so it provides a slightly different dynamic to the shorter backcourt. They also have some promising second-year guys like Greg Brown, Trendon Watford, and Brandon Williams who could have big impacts this year if they come along, especially Greg Brown. Nasir Little too is someone who looks primed for a big year next year, who adds yet more defense and shooting potential on the wing. But is the $63 million for Dame still worth it? If he eventually feels that diamond on his ring finger, then yes. But if they don't get this chip in the next 2 years, Dame will be out of there before the Blazers even need to send the 63. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think on Dame and the Blazers situation this year, and if they're fit enough to contend for a title. Like, comment, and subscribe, and be on the lookout for new videos coming Monday and Thursday. And as always, stay rested. See you in the next one.